Okay, Suhu and Sonu, it is time for another story. Are you ready? Have you tickled Grandma's feet? Then you're obviously not ready. Go do that, please. Okay, quickly. Okay, now you're ready. Okay, this one is called The Little Mermaid Dreams Under the Sea. Ariel's secret grotto was her favorite place in the whole undersea world, especially now that the statue of Prince Eric was there. "Oh, Flounder, it's almost like having Eric with me," Ariel cried to her best friend as she threw her arms around the statue's neck. "Ariel," Sebastian the crab exclaimed, "get a hold of yourself. He's not real. He's nothing but a big hunk of rock." Ariel put her ear up to the statue's mouth. "Did you say something, Eric?" she asked. She pretended to listen for a moment, then turned to her friends. "He said that if you two would please excuse us for a moment, he has something he'd like to say to me alone. Go on, shoot." Fishy, Flounder, and the crab. Ariel placed her head on the statue's shoulder and pretended to answer his proposal. "Why, yes, I'd love to marry you, Eric," she said. "Marry?" Sebastian roared. "You will do no such things. In the name of His Royal Highness, King Triton, I forbid this kind of talk." "Sebastian," Ariel said, "it's a statue, remember? I'm just pretending." "Please don't tell my father, okay?" Sebastian reluctantly shook his head. "I just know I'm going to regret this," he moaned. There's Sebastian, the crab, and there's Flounder. "We can have the wedding in here tomorrow morning," Ariel said. "Will you both help me?" "Help you with what?" Sebastian asked. "It's make-believe, it's pretend. You said so yourself." "Oh, we're going to pretend to have a wedding then. It's very much as bit work as real weddings," Ariel said, handing Sebastian an armful of seaweed to decorate the grotto. "Everything has to be just right, even though we're pretending. I think Prince Eric is perfectly dressed for a wedding," Ariel continued as she began decorating the grotto. "The real Prince Eric is human," Sebastian said. "He lives on land, and every self-respecting sea dweller knows that mermaids live under water." "This may be true," Ariel said, "but who knows what the future will bring?" "May I be the chef?" Flounder asked. "Please, please," Ariel laughed. "Of course, Flounder," she said. "I want you to prepare all the most beautiful foods you can imagine. Seaweed souffle, plankton pie." Flounder said happily. "Oh yes," Ariel cried, "and don't forget the wedding cake." "A huge cake," Flounder exclaimed. "With a different flavor for each layer," Ariel said. "Just leave it to me," Flounder said proudly. "This will be a wedding feast like no one has ever seen." "You can say that again," Sebastian murmured. "Oh, I can hardly wait," Ariel exclaimed. "I can picture the entire ceremony. My sisters will make such beautiful bridesmaids, and my father will look so proud and distinguished as we, your sisters, your father," Sebastian spurted, looking as if he were ready to faint. "Oh, don't be such a party pooper, Sebastian," Ariel said lightly. "It's only pretend again, after all. We're just pretending, right, Sunidi? And Suhani? Right, Suhu? Right, Sunu? We're just pretending." But then Ariel said to herself, "But someday it's going to be real. I just know that someday my dream will come true." "I'm leaving," Sebastian said. "I can't take any more of this nonsense." "Flounder," Ariel cried, "can you think of someone else to be the master conductor of the grand orchestra and perform the ceremony?" "Master conductor perform the ceremony?" Sebastian asked, stopping in his tracks. "You're my first choice," Ariel said. But nothing," Sebastian cried. "A crab must do what a crab must do. The wedding must go on." Grabbing a candlestick, Sebastian began to conduct the pretend orchestra and music. "May I have this dance, Ariel?" Flounder asked, bowing politely. "With pleasure," Ariel said, laughing. She and Flounder watsled and twirled until they were both too dizzy to dance anymore. Waltzed. How did I mess that one up? Daddy messed that one up. Waltzed. That evening in her room, Ariel was trying on her veil, which she had made from a curtain, where there was a knock on the door. It was Flounder, and she was holding a long string of pearls. "Oh, Flounder, they're beautiful!" Ariel gasped with delight. "Purple! Hey, whose favorite color is purple? And pink? And rainbow? Um, I know. Suhu and Sunu. Yes, but not mine. No, 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 not mine. And I think Mommy's. She likes it." "They belong to a friend of mine," Flounder said. "She said you could borrow them." Now Ariel had something old, the dingle hopper to comb her hair, something new, her veil, and something borrowed, the pearls, and something blue, her blue shell bracelet. "That's everything a bride needs," she cried happily. The next morning Sebastian escorted Ariel to the grotto where Flounder was waiting for them. "Gee, Ariel," she said, "you look great. Are you so sure you want to go through with this?" Sebastian asked. "Not getting cold feet, Claus, are you, Sebastian?" Ariel said teasingly. "Nothing of the kind," Sebastian sniffled. "The orchestra and I will be ready when you are." A few minutes later they heard loud sounds coming from inside the grotto. Flounder peeked in and saw Sebastian conducting the orchestra. "I'm not sure, but I think Sebastian has started playing the wedding march," he said. "Are you ready?" Ariel nodded, and Flounder escorted her into the grotto. Dum dum da dum 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 da dum 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 da dum da dum da dum da dum da dum. Sebastian sang as he conducted the orchestra. He stopped abruptly when he caught sight of Ariel. "Oh," wailed Sebastian, sniffling loudly and wiping a tear from his eye as Ariel took her place next to the statue. "Wedding always makes me cry." Then, clearing his throat importantly, Sebastian asked, "Do you, Princess Ariel, take this statue to be your now, listen closely to this part, young lady, pretend husband?" "I do," Ariel cried happily. "And do you, Mr. Pretend Prince, take this perpetually, perpetually, that's an interesting word, perpetually provoking princess to be your make-believe pretend wife?" Sebastian finished. Ariel leaned toward Eric. "He says he does," she said. "Well then, I pronounce you 100% pretend husband and wife," Sebastian said. "Hooray! Hoorah!" Flounder cleared, and he rushed to catch Ariel's bouquet. With her eyes glowing like stars, Ariel hugged her friends. "Oh, thank you. This has been a dream wedding," she cried, "and now I'm inviting both of you to my real wedding to Prince Eric. I'm not sure when it will happen, or where, or how, but I know it will happen. I can feel it in my heart." Are we ready? Okay, the next page. Sebastian opened his mouth to speak, and Ariel put her finger in his lips to stop him. "It won't matter that there's an ocean of difference between us," Ariel said. "Nothing will stand in our way of true love." "Nothing," Flounder agreed dreamingly. Ariel smiled and closed her eyes, imagining a cheeks with from Prince Eric. "Ew!" she cried as she realized that she was actually kissing Flounder. That's funny. Kissing a fish. Ah! Flounder screamed at the same time. Sebastian shouted, "See what comes of silly notions about marrying human princes, as if it could ever happen, really happen. As if that could ever really happen." But Ariel knew that someday her dream would come true. The end. Well, we all know what time it is now. Yep, time for bed. Let's say Jesamnan and good night to everybody. Big hugs, strong hugs, and kisses. And we're going to brush our teeth, get all the bugs out, get ready for bed in our big girl beds. And until next time. Daddy loves you. Yes, Hamna. I love you.